Hi guys, welcome back to X2Z Garage. And as you should know, this is my 2003 Chevy Silverado. And in the last episode, which you should have watched, we installed Bose tweeter speakers that were in the A-pillar trim pieces, which upgraded the sound system a little bit. But in this episode, we have some more audio goodies for this truck over on the table. So let's go see them. Come on, let's go. Come on. Oh, holy cow, it looks like you guys beat us over here. It looks like you're excited. All right, so as you can see, there's a couple big boxes here and some wiring stuff. So to start out, this one here. Now let's do this one. This was kind of an impulse purchase. This is a Pioneer 10-inch subwoofer with enclosure. And I don't know if I've told you guys this or not, but it already has a subwoofer in it. And it's one of those 8-inch powered ones.
I originally bought it for the convertible, and then he kind of
I bought it off of him.
Decided he wanted it in his truck. And I wasn't too much into cutting up the wiring in that bone stock convertible, but I think I want to put it in the underneath the driver's seat. So he bought this sub, so I'm gonna purchase that back from him. So we kind of made a deal where I split half the cost of this crap. And
this is the amplifier. It's a Rockville DB11.
Yeah, that speaker. What did it say? 300 watt RMS and 1400 watt something or other, a lot of watts.
It's a RMS 350 watt, maximum power is a 1300 watt. It's a 2 ohm subwoofer, so it should sound really good.
And this comes with a remote switch, and this amplifier will match that 350 RMS perfectly.
Rockville DB11. This lights up, but we're not going to see it because it's going to be under the center console that's in there.
Some fuses. Let's just set this out.
I found this at a what do you want to call it? Liquidation store. So it was probably returned because someone thought hopefully that it wouldn't fit instead of it not working. But it was in the plastic. I've already looked at it. It was in the plastic wrapped up brand new. So with it you get a little mounting bracket that you can screw into somewhere. Oh, a couple of them, cool. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably screw it to the back of the center console because that's where I'm going to put it. And then under that is the woofer itself.
And this is a single voice coil speaker.
Yep.
It's a 2 ohm speaker, so this one here will do 2 ohms. I guess that's very important. We watched a lot of YouTube videos on picking the right amplifier. This one seemed to match everything that speaker needed. What do you have, a Kenwood stereo in it?
Yeah, I've got a Kenwood head unit. Model number on this subwoofer is a TS. It's a Pioneer TS-10LB.
Yeah, and this amplifier, for the wattage it was, required 8-gauge wire, which we have here. We got some ferrules to make it look professional. We have some wire loom for where we go through the firewall so that we don't accidentally rub a hole through it, short out the electrical system. And obviously connectors to hook to the battery posts. And this fancy little crimping tool that puts those ferrules on. This is actually a fuse holder, because when I bought him a fuse holder, it had 2 of them, but he blew first fuse out of it almost instantly. So. Yeah,
that was my mistake. When I was hooking it up to the battery, I hooked it up to the battery before I hooked it up to the subwoofer that I have in it now, and accidentally may or may not have touched the wire to the dash frame. So it
remember that learning the hard way experience thing. He learned that the hard way. Yeah, last thing you hook up's the battery.
Yep.
Could have left a negative off the battery and did all of that work, including hook it to the battery, hook it inside, and put that on last, and you just saved a fuse. But fuses weren't too expensive. At least you had a fuse.
Yeah.
Some people are not very bright, and they'll try to wear this stuff hot and find out the hard way when their vehicle's burning down on the side of the road. All right, well, we'll get started.
So the first step to installing this one is to get the old one out. So we're gonna have to take both the seats out and pull the center console. So
and it's cold out here. So I think we're gonna do this voiceless while we're tearing that out, and he can speed through it.
Yeah.
So we can run the bullet heater and not get frostbite again. Literally my toe is just healing now. Yeah. So we will get started.
It's crazy. We were in t-shirts the other week.
Yeah.
What happened?
It is what it is.
Alrighty, hopefully you can hear me all right. I'm holding the microphone a little closer, but we have all the interior out pretty much. And then that is the little subwoofer that was in there before. So we're getting that out. See, it'll probably fit under the seat of that GT pretty well. So yeah, we got to get this the rest of the way out, and then the new wires ran, and we'll be good. Alrighty, so we have fed a wire through the firewall. We're using this thicker stuff than last time. The other stuff is over here. We just taped the new stuff to that stuff and fed it through the hole that was already in the firewall. So that made that simple, and we're going to wire it up to the fuse now, and we'll continue from there.
All right, we're going to use these things here. Basically, it makes it so that the wire is not loose when it goes into this. We didn't do this the last time because that amplifier was so small it didn't require a lot of power, but this one's quite a bit larger, so we're going to have to use 8-gauge wire. And because we're using 8-gauge wire, we're going to use ferrules. These are what ferrules look like. And let's see what size is 8-gauge. 18. That's 10. So it'll be this red one is what we'll need. That's 7. And the next size up is 10. So we'll need one of these out here. And basically, we gotta take this, and this is a wire stripper, but it doesn't go all the way up to 8-gauge. So we're going to be doing this gentle like. Just trying to get through that
insulation.
Yeah, insulation.
Just like that.
We probably should have stripped a little more. Let's see, I want to make it about as long as that ferrule. So I'm going to go a little bit further back. And this is speaker wire. It's 100% copper. It's not clattered, or I would have had to go with a larger size. Or he would have. He's going to end up paying for this wire before it's all said and done. Oh, slippery hands, huh? And this stuff will cut off real easy. Oh, I want that ferrule. Alright, so now we want to push this inside of here, like that.
Flaking off everywhere.
I want just the tip of that sticking out. We take this and we stick it inside here, and we crush it down. And what that does is it squishes all those wires together, which makes them inherently stronger together. And that has to go.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Never seen that before.
This, and through this. Oops, sorry. Do this the right way. I've done this that many times. Come on, get off there. It's hanging up on the ferrule. There we go. I gotta get it through here. Facing the right direction. And that is the gasket that should seal this off once it's all the way in there. There we go. Now I'll slip that over it. And that will go into here once I get that Allen screw open far enough. And then we tighten that down. Start out snuggling it with that. We're going to give it a good final turn with this. And the cool part about ferrules is if he changes his mind on this and wants to throw even a bigger amp, or two 10-inch subwoofers or whatever, you can reuse them. They don't just fall apart. Oh, let's get that gasket out there, right? Make sure that's in there correctly. Oh, we got one side completed. Now the other side, we're going to need a chunk of this wire to go over here to the battery. On these trucks, there's a spot for a battery there, which you need to get the socket to get that off of there, buddy.
Yep.
And I'll get the wire made for it.
All right. Cool. Alrighty, so we used that red wire and wired it into that box and then into that little fuse. And then that long wire goes through the firewall and is right there because we haven't cut it yet. But it goes through the dash there, and then which will go to the amplifier, which will sit right here. And then more wires go back to here where the subwoofer will be. So we'll get going on installing the rest of the wires for the amplifier, and we'll see you in a minute. Oh. Over to the table.
All right, everybody, this is it's a battery cable press. We used that to put the ends on the wires so that when we hooked it up to that spot on the positive, we had a good connection. Basically, it's a grommet, with a post, and that press will squish it onto a battery cable real tight. So that's how we got that connected. We didn't go with those cheap rings that you get that fall off, a couple hours after you put it on. It's been a good investment. We made, I don't know how many sets of battery cables.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when I had my golf cart, that came in real handy because it was an electric golf cart that ran on 3 Walmart Marine batteries.
Yeah, this will do multiple gauges. You can see inside here the different dies that it comes with. And on his golf cart, we used 2 gauge.
Yeah.
First, we used 4 gauge, then we dropped it or made it larger to 2 gauge.
You put 3 sets of wires on it.
Yeah, because of a bad switch. But
yeah,
there you go. I just wanted to. I thought you guys should see how we put that together. We'll talk to you in a bit.
Yep. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you what I had in there before, and it's just this little 8-inch with subwoofer with a amplifier that's already in it. So
You had it 3M double-sided tape to the bottom of the truck.
So it wouldn't move.
I probably won't be doing that at Mustang, so I'm gonna try to get this stuff off. But I don't know. I had pretty good bass.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Guess we'll find out
What it can do in that little car.
or the difference that you'll have with having a 10-inch one with
Yeah.
a much larger amplifier. Because this one's
It had lights on it too. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of annoying actually. But.
Yeah. I think you can turn them off in here, over on this panel here.
All right. Some of this took off back, but that's fine.
Yep.
They're all cleaned up.
All right.
Not a very well protected
No.
sub, but I think it'll fit underneath the seat of that Mustang.
Yep.